Can you hear me now? It's a little weird. Let's just see if it cleans up a little bit. And if not, I'm going to switch down settings here. That is really weird. This NVIDIA broadcast is not, See, we got it now. Sorry, there. It's not going too very clear, though. So let me try changing settings here. All right, how about now? I know it might be a little loud, sorry. I'm turning it down. Whoa. All right, I think I got it. So let me do one more thing. Okay, how about now? That's a lot better. All right, sorry everybody. It's one pain after another tonight. I use Restream to stream to YouTube and Twitch at the same time, and that was a mess because YouTube switched how they do the streaming, and I tried doing the streaming on that, and then it wasn't going through, and they had to contact Restream, and they were all good. But we're working now, and NVIDIA Broadcast, while an excellent program, for some reason has been acting up today. I actually taught my remote classes online today, and they kept like glitching. But yet I'll record with it, and it sounds crystal clear. So I don't know what's going on with that. But anyways, let's continue on with our flight, and I appreciate your patience. I know you've been waiting for a little bit, and also the multiple restreams that I tried doing while trying to fix Restream. But anyways, we're going to continue our Around the USA flights tonight. We're going to go from North Bend, Oregon, where we left off yesterday. There's still smoke out there, by the way. So, but it should get clear as we go to Astoria, the land of the Goonies. The Goonie house is actually out there. So what we're going to do is we're going to fly out to Astoria, land, and then we'll send the drone out and see if we can see the Goonies house and what it looks like. I've decided that'll be our extra special bonus for staying to the end. Tonight's flight is supposed to take about an hour and 27 minutes, and we will be doing it on VATSIM, so I have to quickly put in my flight plan. I was a little distracted with trying to get the stream up and running, but now we seem to be good, so let's do this together, shall we? It's got to be what? It's real time out there, so it's 6:42, so it'll be a little bit of an evening flight. That'll be kind of cool. Yeah. No, I have traffic off except for real world traffic, and then the VATSIM I haven't connected yet, so we'll have to see what happens there. And God, what is it? 6:40? Well, 9:43 my time, so that makes it like 1. So we'll say 0200 Zulu, an hour and 27 minutes. It's more like 5 hours of fuel, but I'll put 4 in our altitude today, 6,500, and we're going via Newport. So let's save that in case anything crashes or whatever. I'll still have that. And then we'll close, connect. This is how you connect to VATSIM Fritz, by the way. If you're wondering, there's like a bunch of servers you have to do. But once you have it set up, it's pretty simple. Follow the flight plan. And then over here would show you any controllers in range, but I don't think anyone's on right now. We'll quickly check vattastic.com, and I'll give you all that information. But other than that, we should be good to go, and then we could just enjoy the flight, because I'll tell you, this streaming stuff can be a pain sometimes. And I'm pretty good. I used to program computers before I went to college for music. But I was actually in computer science before I did music for about 2 trimesters. 2? Maybe 1. I was a straight A student, and then I just dropped because I didn't want to program for 48 hours straight. That wasn't my idea of fun for a future career. But no air traffic control up there tonight. It's clear. We do have traffic, though. This is all the traffic on VATSIM right now. And let's just get this thing in the air, shall we? It's going to be a little tricky getting out of here, but once I get up there, we'll be good. So, checklist. Fuel should be on. That's always the thing with Microsoft Flight Simulator. They always have that off when, you know, when you get to a flight school, it's usually on because the plane's going in and out, and you just check it in your pre-flight. So, all right. Seat back, track lock, good. Avionics off. Autopilot off. Throttle, 1/4 of an inch. We already fueled the plane, by the way. We are carrying full fuel. Mixture, full lean. Brakes are set. Master on. Beacon on. The fuel pump's going nuts because of SPAD, the driver's program that I use. But now it's fine. All right, fuel pump on with the button. Mixture full rich. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Full lean. Pump off. Clear. Prop. Mags a start, and we'll add the mixture as we go. Here we go. We don't need any more glitches tonight. I was at it for like a good half an hour trying to get the stream to go to both, but we're working now. All right, oil pressure looks good. It's always there. I don't know why it's never in the green when I first start, but we'll go with it. As long as it's there, I'll go with it. Lights as required, we'll put them on now. Landing taxi, nav for the ADSB, that's what we're going to pretend. Seatbelt harnesses, flaps up. We'll just double check that. And I should have done that before, because I have a throttle quadrant and it messes with the throttle, but I like to use the TPM because that's more authentic, obviously. So now it's all working. Alright, heat vent defrost, yes, thank you. Even though we're getting to the northwest, we'll put that on there for now. Avionics on. Transponders going on. Very good. Trim wheel's working. That's always nice to see. Not that I use that. I use the thumb most of the time. Like right here, they have, I guess in this 172 SP, they have the trim right there if you need it, and the wheel. So, all right, ATIS. Let's get the frequency off my flight plan. We did plan this whole thing on a flight log. So, 135.075, just like real world if I was doing cross country. Hopefully flying a cross-country flight on Saturday, and I was wrong about it last stream. We're doing the 172P again, which I actually prefer. So, here we go.
Kilo Oscar Tango Hotel Automated Weather Observation 0100 Zulu. Wind 234 at 17. Visibility 7. Sky condition, few clouds at 1,200 feet, few clouds at 4,100 feet, few clouds at 12,000 feet. Temperature 14C dew point, 10C altimeter, tree 002.
Kind of windy out there. It's got 17 knots, but that's well within my personal minimum maximums, whatever you call them. I'm so like discombobulated right now dealing with that problem. But anything like 20 knots is usually where I start really thinking about things, even gusts. So 17 is still up there though. But they do have a runway 23, so that's almost down the runway, which is better for us. It's not much of a crosswind component. And altimeter 3002. This is when you have to slow your mind down after you've been working on things and just say one thing at a time. Alright, with that, this would be it's a Class E. Let me check Sky Factor here. Class D. It would be Class D in real life, as you can see right here, with the blue dashed outline of the Class D airspace. But on VATSIM, there's no air traffic control right now, nor center or anything like that. So we are going to treat this like it is non-controlled. And I've got my airport diagram right here. We will take we'll switch around 180 degrees, go left on Bravo. Right on Alpha, and we're also crossing runway 13, so you have to be careful on that. That's a hot spot in the airport diagram. Clear on the left, clear on the right, but I have to do the rest of the checklist because again we're doing one step at a time. Altimeter's good. Transponder ADS beyond it is on. Just with the nav lights. Radio test. All right, I have the VATSIM Unicom. Let's try it. VATSIM traffic. November 489 Echo Foxtrot. Radio check, please. Let's also make sure that's. I think it's working, but we'll just go with it. Even the button, because if I'm on the screen for the flight simulator, it's not showing transmit. But if I get right on VPilot, it is. So we'll see as we go on the air. All right, brakes we'll test on the way out, and we'll go out to the runway. All right, airport diagram. And one more time, we're clear on the right, so we're going to bust the 180 out of here. Here we go. Fritz, I hope you're up for flying this weekend. We're gonna try to fly together. So I haven't decided where yet. But if you want to throw out some suggestions, you know, let me know, and we can set something up. And we can just fly on Microsoft Flight Simulator's traffic by way multiplayer. We don't have to go nuts with anything, so we don't have to go VATSIM and all that. It's up to you. So, all right, we're gonna turn left on Bravo. Clear there, clear there. But you can see that smoke it's hit or miss right now. Might cheat a little bit on the way out, but I'm thinking we could probably do a special VFR clearance in real life, right? Maybe, if we had to. Yeah. Alright, I didn't test the brakes. They're good. And we'll do a run-up right at the end of Alpha, going to Alpha 1, so. Real world time, real world weather, so. But they did say, like right now on SkyVector, it's showing up as overcast at 8,000, which is why I'm thinking, hey, we can do this flight still. So, that's fine. Yeah, I appreciate you just watching, Fritz, I gotta be honest with you. So thank you. Enjoy your dinner. Alright, we're gonna turn on Alpha here. Clear on the left, clear on the right. I don't think anyone's here right now, to be honest with you. Okay, we also have to call this just to make sure. North Bend traffic, Cessna Echo Foxtrot, crossing runway 1331 via Alpha, North Bend. And here we go. Typically I'd move my head around here and look towards the right as well. But we do what we can with the simulator. Sometimes it's a little limited. But you always want to call when you're crossing a runway like that. So, and if you are at home, feel free to chat. Feel free to just sit back and relax. I just appreciate you being here. It's whatever you want. Although I did update some stuff last night. I didn't fly at all last night. We got a little busy during the day. But I updated some sounds and stuff, so we'll see if anyone follows or subscribes, because then you might hear a special message if it's working right, which I think it is because I tested it several times. The winds look to be somewhat accurate, so that's cool. And it's probably could be out a little bit more. The winds don't look as rough as they are in real life. Or actually, I'm sorry, according to the weather, I think that windsock would be out more if it was 17. So this is, in the real life, it's showing 220 at 8. Altimeter 3007. And we're going to turn this around and do a run-up. But, so the Microsoft traffic, weather is very much off what it's saying on SkyVector for the real METAR. So, we're all good though. Alright, we're set up for a run-up. Back to the checklist. I like to practice real world stuff as much as I can, so that's why we do this. Brakes are set. Fuel, fuel set to both. Trim set for takeoff. Good. Flight controls in right, and I'd be looking at the ailerons and the elevator while I did this, but we're just going to go with it because it's hard to see in the simulator. Sorry about that. Enunciator lights right here, we're going to test those. They look good. Alright, instruments, turn corners in the middle, no flag. Heading indicator should be about 225, which it is almost. Vertical speed looks good. Altimeter looks good. Horizon looks good. Airspeed looks good. Mixture is best power. We'll go into 1800. I'm going to check the right magneto. Back to both. Left. Back to both. Alright, vacuum looks good. It's right here. Amps and volts. It always looks like it's discharging, which it shouldn't be, probably at 1800 RPMs, but then it's fine for the rest of the flight, so I'm just going to go with it. That's a little bug they have to fix. Alright, oil pressure and temper in the green. We're going to idle. Should be down to 575 to 625 RPMs when you idle. So that's pretty accurate. It's not bad. Alright. And yeah, we'll go back to 1,000, turn this thing around, and we'll do our briefing. So, strobes going on at this time. So if there's a problem with takeoff roll, mechanical emergency or otherwise, and there's enough available runway ahead of us, we'll abort takeoff and land directly ahead. If we are under 700 feet and there's a problem, mechanical emergency or otherwise, we will land directly ahead with no more than 30-degree turns. Best glide speed in this aircraft is 68. If we are above 700 feet and there's a problem, mechanical emergency or otherwise, let me see the winners for Microsoft again. 2, 3, 4, right? So I guess it's comparable. They have 220 at 8. Yeah, so it is comparable. We will take a turn to the left so that we have the taxiway, the grass, the runway, whatever's available to us. Best glide speed again is 68. Strobes are on. Everything else is on. And we should be good. I don't know what's going on out there. Do. I have no clue what that sound is. Oh, that was tech support for Restream, so now it's working. Yay. All right, we're gonna keep that going. All right, we're good. All right, let's go on the runway. We'll call it as we get closer. So, keep forgetting the name of the airport. North Bend traffic, Cessna 9 Echo Foxtrot, departing runway 23, departure to the north, North Bend. Clear on the right, clear on the left, didn't hear any traffic, but you want to check visually. And we should be able to get up there above these clouds. Of course, it says overcast at 8,000, so these clouds are just merely smoke from the wildfires. We'll go right here in the middle. Turn some lights on while we're here, because it is getting dark. Panel, radio light. I don't really need the radio lighting as much, but all right, flood, glare shield. There we go. All right, with that, rotate at 55, climb at 74, and here we go. Time. Stopwatch on. Again, it's a Garmin D2 pilot watch, not the newest model, but it does everything I need it to, and I got it for a steal on eBay about a year and a half ago when I started my cross countries for my private pilot certificate. So rotate. It is an excellent watch still, even if it's not the latest and greatest. It does track GPS and everything, so you can see maps of where you flew after, and it automatically sets the timer as you depart. So that's why I don't always remember it. Okay, we'll climb to about 1,000 feet. We'll look around, and then we'll turn on course. Calculated magnetic heading today with real world winds aloft is 344. GPS right now is telling me 352, but that's because we're heading more south than north right now. So, wow, look at that scenery though, huh? Yeah. I still don't know what the heck that sound is. I thought I turned them off already. It might be fantastic, actually. Let me mute this tab. Oh no, I have that muted already. I do not know. So if you keep hearing that bloop, just go with it, because I have no clue at all on what that is. But it'll be a great evening flight. I thought I'd be taking off a little bit before this, like a half hour before, but things happen. So let's enjoy the sunset together as we get to Astoria. We might change it today when we get there to check out the Goonies house, but we shall see. That sun's melting in there, and the smoke is at bay, so this is good. Let's keep climbing and get out of here. Okay, we're at 1,000 feet, so we will take a turn to the left and overfly the airport. Oh, really? You think that's what it is? Yeah. It might be. I don't really know. I never heard that sound before, though. I don't know. I've never even touched an autopilot in my life for real. So, we're flying by hand here still. Is that really what it is, though? Are you familiar with that sound? And I thought I was one of the younger pilots that would understand all that stuff. I don't know. All I can say about tomorrow is TGIF. Thank God it's Friday. Cannot wait for the weekend. So, hopefully the weather will be good on Saturday. It says that it's going to be mostly sunny with some clouds, but winds are 10 to 15 miles per hour. That's the general forecast, at least. Alright, looks like we're going to get above these clouds and be just fine. We'll climb at 80, lowering the nose a little bit for enhanced cooling of the engine and seeing over the nose. Oh, cool. Well, hey, better be safe, huh? That, the flight controls assignments and sensitivities, that's kind of a bummer. I sent that right to Microsoft after you let me know that that was the case, because I'm glad I programmed it before then, because I would be really screwed right now trying to get everything ready. And I'm sure it's like in an XML file deeply buried somewhere in there where you can like manually put in numbers for the sensitivities, but that'd be a pain. So, I don't know. Make sure I got this pointing to the right place. I do. Alright. So it's saying 352, we're right over the airport right now. So, goodbye, Southwest Oregon Regional. And we'll see you later. Very nice looking airport though, you gotta admit. Yeah. The sunset's really cool. I'll give it to them. But, let's turn on, course here. Trim up a little bit. And we're about to go over 3,000. That's why we'll lean out the mixture. Get some RPMs here. And we will be good. It says it'll be 40 minutes to Kilo Oscar November Papa, which is the main waypoint that we're going to. Yeah, it's really dumb that they would not make sure of something like that after they fix 2 patches. But Japan is supposed to look great after the 3rd patch. So if that means anything to your fridge, you can fly in Japan and make it look good with the 3rd patch. Alright, our first waypoint is Reedsport, and I calculated we'd be there in 15 minutes. That is a little town that will be on the right as we go up the coast, and we are indeed flying with the Pacific Ocean on our side there, but that sun is gorgeous. So, alright, leaning up the mixture ever so slightly. I do maximum RPMs, and then the EGT I kind of know where it should be, but in the real world we don't have EGTs in the aircraft I fly, so it's maximum RPMs. Sort of bumps down a little bit. I make it a little full, I make it a little richer. Right about there right now. Very good. Alright, we get above these clouds. We should have a pretty good flight. So, and we are climbing to 6,500. So, oh, there's a bunch of things I haven't sent to Microsoft, you know, and I like the simulator and the way it looks. I think the airplanes float a little bit on landings and stuff like that. Yeah. That's okay. It's cool. Corny humor's allowed here. We're okay with corny humor. So, but we gotta get above these clouds. So let's climb a little bit more, a little bit faster. Oh, I can't remember what VX is on this. Let me check my thing here, but we'll do about 70 right now. VX is 62. Whoa, I can go a little further on that. Let's get above these clouds. Alright, 353 is my heading. I said 344, but I keep going left and right because I'm paying more attention to my ascent here. You can hear the engine when I leaned it too much, but then I put it back, so it's all good. Very quiet on VAT Sim here. Oops, sorry, I was trying to zoom in on VAT-tastic. Alright, we're at 4,500 and climbing. We are definitely above the cloud layer here. And that is supposed to clear up, according to what I saw on SkyVector and METARs. So, and it's just down here where it's kind of yucky. Check SkyVector again. It does update weather as it goes. Overcast at 8,000. Well, that looks a lot lower than 8,000 because of the smoke. And then, Florence Municipal, which is further up north, that is scattered at 6,000, so it's getting a little bit better. Newport is scattered at 2,200, overcast at 2,800, but again, we're going to be above that, so I'm not as concerned about that as long as we can use our GPS to find it. And Astoria right now is overcast at 3,300, so we'll make a early descent into there, but the clouds, or the smoke I should say, is definitely coming in a little bit more, so we'll have to gauge it. But I want to get these flights done so I can start heading back out east as well, so we shall see. Again, cloud clearance for a VFR flight, it has to be 1,000 feet above cloud, so we are good. Hey, there's a ship there. Cool. A moment of ADHD kicks in. There's a ship there. It's all good. And I'm sorry that we can't see much past these clouds, but I'm just glad that we're doing this flight and getting this done. But we will be near Washington after this flight. So, the last time I flew into Astoria on the simulator, never did in real life, is we had an Eric Flight viewer on YouTube, and he's like, "Oh, hey, try this route out. I do this one in real life," and that was Jeff Bianchi, who is a very devoted real-world aviation video watcher on the Eric Flight channel, and he's been a pilot for quite a while, and he used to live in Plymouth, where I fly out of, so he likes seeing the videos I produce, seeing that was his old stomping grounds back in the day. But he gave me a good 3-hour flight to recreate, and we did it, and one of the stops was Astoria, so that was definitely cool. I like the scenery a lot up here. I had to follow the Columbia River down, though, because of visibility that day, too. So, I don't know. Maybe I'm just jinxed as I get to the northwest. I have no clue. Crossing through 6,000. I'm going to lean up just a little bit. I used to be so scared about leading the mixture out as I went higher and higher, because although I was trained, I wasn't trained a lot on that. It was kind of like, oh yeah, we're on a cross country, yeah, this is how you do it, you know. And I mean, I get the concept, and what I learned over time is that you really don't have to worry a lot as long as you catch it in advance of it really getting rough, you know. And again, using the RPMs to do that usually does that. I never ever ran an engine rough due to the mixture yet, So, because I'm very vigilant on the RPMs as I lean out the mixture. And I'd rather be rich than lean, because of course that just gives you a little enhanced cooling. So, as long as it's not excessive, we're okay. All right, we are at cruise altitude here. I'm gonna level out. See where it goes from here. Trim it out. I like to be at 2,500 RPMs. So it's looking pretty good, and I just have to get trimmed. Again, the trim on this is so sensitive. A lot more sensitive than real life. So that's with me being able to tweak the sensitivities, mind you. The trim wheel, very, very sensitive. So it is what it is. Alright, we're on course and everything. Reed Sport will be off to our right according to the GPS, but again, I'm not going to be able to see it. And there's supposed to be a big, like, what do you call it? Tributary, if you will. There's a lake and everything and 2 rivers going into it. So, we'll see. Oh yeah, there's the highway too, that I also used as a visual. So, it goes right about here, and Reed Sport would be out here. So when we cross right around here, that's when we will get our time for our checkpoint. But we are making our way up there. And if this trim would ever just trim out a little bit better than what it's doing, that'd be amazing. Trimming down. All right, 344, now that I'm on course. Again, I calculate all that with the real winds aloft data from real world, so it's been working out pretty good on that. It's just some things are a little wonky on the weather engine still, so. But yeah, look at that glare and everything, huh? Right off the plane. Very lifelike. Beautiful sights up here. You know there are clouds. I like to see the ground more, but Reed Sports, I got a time of almost 14 and a half, so we'll count it as 15. Yeah. And that means that we're right on with the actual time I planned. All right, next checkpoint is Florence. 6, is that G? Might be Gulf 5 too. Let me double check that. Again, you having Sky Vector open helps me, even though I have it on the GPS there, helps me have like a map, if you will. 6 Sierra 2, Florence Airport will be off to our right if we can see it. We'll take a look outside pretty soon, so let me trim this up once, and let's look outside. Oh, if there wasn't all the smoke, it'd be a really scenic flight. You can see the coast right there, the Pacific Ocean. And Reed Sport would be right out there. Very hard to see from here, though. But we'll keep flying. Typically in the real world, we don't try to fly above clouds unless you really know that there's a clearing up ahead, but I'm betting on that from what I saw from the METAR earlier. And if not, Fritz knows this, I have some experience landing in not so VFR conditions. Not that, and I did it, but not something I do in the real world. So even on this flight, I mean, it's a little iffy with the smoke, but there's also military operations areas that we're flying through that I would have checked in advance to see if they're active. But making the best of it. So it's gonna get dark here though, so we might again have to change it to day to check out the Goonies house when we get to Astoria, but we're gonna worry about the flight first. Come on, Trim. Stay where you're supposed to stay. Ay, caramba. Alright, let's get an updated pressure reading from Florence. 118.225.
6 Sierra 2 automated weather observation 0200 Zulu. Wind 234 at 17. Visibility 7. Sky condition few clouds at 1,200 feet, few clouds at 4,100 feet, few clouds at 11,900 feet. Temperature 14C dew point, 10C altimeter, tree 002.
No, we're good still. Alright, just
6
double
Sierra
checking.
2 automated weather
Hey, come on.
observation.
I switch you back to...
6 Sierra 2
Hey,
automated weather observation.
don't start that crap. Come on
6
now.
Sierra 2 automated weather observation.
Alright. That was weird. It did not get off that automated weather there. But, oh, well, look at that. That's really socked in right there. The sun melting off in the distance. And, yeah, we just have to be a little careful as it gets darker up here. But trim is so sensitive. I'm trimming up and it's not only going up. Okie dokie. So I guess NVIDIA broadcast is going to have to work on the microphone part though. But when it works really good. I got a fan on right now and everything, and you would hear nothing of that. Nothing in the background. It was very clear. But the actual camera needs a little work because I'm sitting in a gaming chair right now and you can't really see a lot of it because I use XSplit. I had to actually buy that to do all this stuff with the virtual background, which I kind of like, but sorry about yawning again. Oh my god, I've been up since 5. So, in the morning that is. So sometimes at night, I get a little tired, especially after the kids are in bed, so. Alright, we're coming up on Florence, but again, I don't know if we're going to see much of anything. 2,000 foot clearance from clouds. Yeah, we'll call that 2,000. That's the sandbar there. Florence will be up here, so we'll see. It's actually gonna show up or not. You see that the lights are on the highway there. Probably going up the whole coast. Wow, look at that. Nice shot of the moon. I'm taking a screen capture of that. That didn't work. Why didn't that work? I don't know, but we'll do it that way. Hey, Sharitha, how you doing? From Nepal. Which I'm still going to do a flight there sometime. I haven't forgotten about your request last time. So sorry about the yawns. I'm trying my best. Well, I'm glad that YouTube did the streaming. So, all right, Fritz, you have a great night, and pick some destinations you want to go to, and then try to work something out. Maybe this weekend. Sharith, I'm doing fine. Took me a while to get the stream set up tonight because of problems with the dual streaming to Twitch and YouTube, but we got it solved, and then there was a microphone issue, and I got that solved, so I'm just solving problems tonight. That's what's happening. If anyone could solve this wildfire problem. I will go to the Himalayas at some time, but again, I'm kind of just in the middle of this flight still. But I'll try to do it this weekend. I can't promise I'll do it, but I'll try to do that. And then even if you're not live with me, you can kind of see it in the archive streams. Yeah, sorry about yawning. Just tired tonight. Oh, boy. But it is turning dark. This is real time and weather out on the west coast of the United States. And we are going to Astoria, which if you've ever seen the movie The Goonies, that's where the house where the kids lived is located. So we're going to take a drone ride there after we land in Astoria. From what I heard, that the real life owners aren't, I'm from Massachusetts, on the eastern side of the United States. So. Alright, below us should be Florence Airport somewhere. Oh, there it is. Beacon right there, so that is our checkpoint. And it's starting to clear up just a little bit, at least here. So that's cool. Trim down a little bit. We'll get a time on that to make sure we know that we're on course here. 24 minutes. Yeah, it's about 24 minutes. I'll take that. Alright, we're going to Wakanda Beach next for a checkpoint. Romeo 33, which again will be an airport. Excuse me. Be an airport on our right. Again, sorry about the yawns. The time here is 10:20 p.m. So, where we're flying, it's 3 hours before that, so it's 7:20 out there. But it's been a long day. I wake up at around 5 a.m. Sometimes if I sleep in at 6 a.m., so it's been a long day. But I try to get these flights done as I can after the kids fall asleep, and in a timely enough manner to actually still go to bed. So, but yeah, got tons of clouds from the wildfires out here in California and Oregon and basically the whole Northwest, I guess now. But I think the TFRs have grown a little bit too because of that. Because if we look here on Sky Vector, we have them all out here on the west. This one was there before, and so wasn't this, but there's even firefighting going on up here. So, very interesting. Oh, well, I will call you Susan then, if that's what you'd like to be called. Okay, we should have about a little over an hour to go. Let me check the GPS here. It says 15.5 minutes to Newport, Kilo Oscar November Papa. But yeah, it should be about another hour before we get to Astoria. Just a very nice evening flight here, which is good because I wanted some evening flight footage. And Wakanda Beach State Airport will be right there on the coast on the right. Hopefully this smoke will start dispersing a little bit more as we go up the coast. So we got some ships out there, so that's cool. And the sky is just like cotton candy right now, so look at that. Feast your eyes on that. Trying to look at the way to take screenshots, because this would be a wonderful screenshot. Showcase camera. No. Okay. Does it have a take a picture mode on there? I'm reading. Oh yeah, well that ain't gonna happen. They want me to use print screen and stuff, so that is not gonna happen. And now I will go back to cockpit. But it's very scenic out here. And this trim is still giving me trouble, even though I've been trimming up and down to try to keep it at 6,500. Alright, off to our right is just a bunch of wilderness areas. You got Rock Creek Wilderness Area, Cummins Creek Wilderness Area, and we should be leaving the military operations area pretty soon, so. Clearing up a little bit. What's that? Oh, it's just a street with lights on it. But this is the coast of the Pacific Ocean, which we followed most of the time up the west coast, so. When it gets dark, we will change the background of the webcam. So when it gets totally dark, what's that? See if that's some traffic from VATSIM. We are on VATSIM, but no, I don't see anything out there. So I don't know what that little speck is right there. If that's what it is, just a star, okay, or it's a reflection off the windshield there. It is 37 degrees out. Oh, it's getting cold because we're getting north. All right, cabin here's going off, so I don't freeze my mutandis off. All right. And it is gorgeous on the simulator still. I'll tell you that. Even if we are sandwiched between two cloud layers, we're good still. Very interesting. Alright, let's get some LED lighting here to try to make me not look so blue. See if one of these works. I lost my head. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, that looks better. I'll go with that. I am wearing a festive Hawaiian shirt today, so enjoy the bright, vibrant colors of the shirt. Our checkpoint is coming up. We're going to overfly it. Have I what, Susan? Love the reflections off the windshield too. That's kind of cool. Steady as she goes. Let's set the DG again. It's looking good. 340. This trim, I swear, just will not go down.
November Papa traffic Cessna November tree 24 Sierra Papa 8 miles north inbound ILS runway 16.
Sweet, that might be the Newport CTAF, which is the Common Traffic Advisory Frequency, which is where everyone reports their position, because that is 122.8 in real life, and the VATSIM Unicom is 122.8 wherever you are in the United States. So sometimes you will run into that when you're using VATSIM. Look at that. Look at the reflections. Like, that's just amazing how far Flight Sim has come. beautiful, beautiful. It's sights like these that you live for when you fly. You got the moon out there. Yeah, really, really nice. And Wakanda Beach is coming up right underneath us, so let's look at that. Looking for Wakanda Beach State Airport. Up ahead somewhere. We just see through the clouds. Actually, it's got to be more up here. And then I believe that this flashing in the distance is Newport, Kilo Oscar November Papa, which is our waypoint for the first leg of this flight.
Kilo Oscar November Papa traffic Cessna November 324 Sierra Papa 6 miles north inbound ILS runway 16.
And that would be real world traffic, I think, 'cause that's the only thing I left on for Microsoft Flight Simulator, so. But yeah, everything's been holding pretty true on the planning here. I'm supposed to cross Wakanda at 35 minutes. I have like 34 right now. And we're not quite there yet, so. Should be right down there. Might not have lighting or anything because it looks like it's like a field airport. Not something we're gonna see at night, but I thought it was gonna be about a half hour before this, so I'd see it. But it's cool because we got GPS, and there's also a little outlet here for the Yakina River. I am doing my accent for that river. So everything's still going okay. We just gotta keep it going to Astoria. We're 5 minutes away from Newport Airport, which is funny and kind of ironic because we have a Newport in Rhode Island here, which is a very nice place to visit if you're ever on the East Coast. It has like these mansions from like the Vanderbilts and stuff, and just a nice place to fly around as well. Last time I flew with my friends, I think the video's on YouTube on the Eric Flight channel. We had a couple pictures and stuff from the Newport mansions and stuff. It's really cool to fly by there, especially in summer when it's really live and kicking. Even with COVID, it was pretty busy. But that would be that aircraft, I think, down there that was going on the CTAF. And everything's good.
Oscar November Papa traffic Cessna November 324 Sierra Papa 4 miles north inbound ILS runway 16.
But you know, I wanted it to get dark around Astoria. I thought I'd be a little further in this flight right now without the technical difficulties of Restream, but to be honest with you, it's really nice looking. So if I have a little bit more of this, that's fine. No problem at all. You got the stars coming out and everything. And unlike other flight simulators, I actually like flying during the evening on the newest Microsoft Flight Simulator because it's not like pitch black. It's still got a lot more night lighting and stuff. Well, that was Wakanda Beach. We just crossed it. And it is clearing up slightly, so Wakanda Beach was back there, so I'm going to say 35 like I planned. That's looking good. And I haven't had to change one waypoint yet. Time. Alright, next waypoint is the end of leg 1. We're going to overfly Newport Airport, Kilo Oscar November Delta, and it's right out there. So you can't miss it. We have some traffic out there. Other than that, we're doing pretty good. And the winds and loft forecast seems to be working for us. So, and the trim is not working for us. It keeps going all over the place, even though I've trimmed it like 5 million times. But we'll keep trying. Here we go. and moving on. So we should have about another 40 minutes to go or so to Astoria. But we are making our way up the west coast. We started out in Plymouth, Massachusetts, went south along the Atlantic coast there, went around Florida, went all the way to Key West, started going north from there, and then out west. We just followed the perimeter of the United States, and that's started in June, so it kind of tells you how long it's taken me to do these flights.
November Papa traffic, Cessna November 324 Sierra Papa 2 miles north inbound ILS runway 16.
Again, that's the CTAF frequency for Newport Airport, which is what we're overflying. The VATSIM Unicom is the same frequency, so that's why you're hearing it. And there must be someone really flying that in real life, because that's the only traffic I have on. So. But hey, you know what I forgot again? I forgot the background music. I don't like you just sitting here in total silence. So let me put that on ever so slightly in the background. See, it's always something when I have technical difficulties. So I don't know. But I got a couple of new song selections on there as well. I'm just going to keep building that. Sorry that it went and did all that stuff. Here we go. All that put there. Move that thing, and we will mix it up a little bit here. So here we go. Enjoy the music. Yeah. So, we do have real world traffic down there, and I have Flight Radar 24 ready to go to see what that's all about. So we'll look up that call sign as soon as we see it. It's always a little hobby of mine to do as I fly these flights. But that is Newport over there, so we're going to head off to the west a little bit more. My checkpoint time here first, and then we'll check out that traffic if possible. 41 minutes. It will definitely be 41 minutes, so we're good. And now we're on leg 2, which is right to Astoria. I should turn 341, so not much different, but leg 2 is a general direction of 341, which we kind of already are. So we're going to turn a little bit more again to the west to get out of here, but let's see what traffic we got there. November 324 Sierra Papa. Okay, cool. Let's see what you're doing in the real world. Alright, that is a Cessna 172, just like us. In the real world, though. And it's going from Portland to Newport, so it's actually going there, and it was supposed to have landed there at 6:53 p.m. and that's West Coast time. But yeah, it's cool that it would include that traffic in there. That's really cool, and it even says where it's from, which is true. That is Portland. It's pretty cool. It's getting better on the real life traffic, so. My trim once again is not holding for me, but we'll keep trying. Alright, next checkpoint would be Siletz Bay, Sierra 45, which will be coming up. We'll actually be flying right over it. Siletz Bay State Airport, Sierra 45. And even though it looks really smoky out there, it is, but we're starting to see the ground. Newport Airport right back there. And making our way up the coast. We have about 44 minutes more to go here to Astoria. We are looking very good. Just a little bit of weather off to our right. Here we are right here. Astoria's over there. Just about done with the West Coast on our Around the USA flag, so cannot go wrong with that. What's that thing? Oh, it's another ship. Okay. The lighting in this is phenomenal. The night lighting. That looks very much like real life if you ask me. So. Even the slight reflection off the the smoke and the clouds, it looks really, really good. So. Stars looking good. Oh, there it is. I don't know if that's the Big Dipper or the Little Dipper, but you can see it right there. So that's really cool. And usually the little one's not that far away, if I remember right. But you'll have to look for it. Oh, it's cool to actually see some stars I recognize. And we'll continue on our way up to Astoria. So. The trim might be working. Everyone stay still. Still wish there was a way to utilize these screens here when it gets very bright, because when you do look right into the sun on the simulator, it is very bright. It is distracting like real life. So, but look at that sunset. It's a really nice sunset. Alright, we're not that far from Silet's Bay, so let's take another look outside, see if we can see anything. It does have a rotating beacon, so... Light reflects off the plane. That's really cool too. Really impressed with the lighting in this simulator. Again, trim's going up again. Can never just kind of hold where it needs to be, and I could understand it changing a little bit, but it shouldn't be like going up and down 200 feet. I'm sorry, that's a little much. Unless there's heavy updrafts, which I didn't really see. Let's get an update on the weather here from SkyVector. Let's see, Newport was, or is, from 10:15 p.m. here, so that was about a half hour ago. Newport was 5 square miles of visibility, mist, and clear. And then we go up to another airport further north. It says 7 square miles of visibility, no wind, overcast at 2,100.
Kilo Oscar November Papa, traffic Cessna November, 32-4 Sierra Papa, 7 miles north inbound ILS runway 16.
Astoria right now as of, what is that? 5, 2, 1. Yeah, so about 9:55 p.m., which was about almost an hour ago. Few at 2,700, broken at 3,200, overcast at 5,000. So we gotta be a little wary about trying to find a hole, and 7 square miles of visibility. So it is supposed to clear up to few at 3,500, few at 5,000 by any minute now. So that's cool. That'd be nice to see. But we shall see. I might have to do another one of those type of things that I did the other day. So we shall see. Let me turn this down a little bit. Thank you. And Select's base state will actually be on our left, which you might not be able to see because as I was checking all the information, I slightly went to the east a little bit, but we're still on course, and it's getting darker. So we shall see. That might make it a little harder to find some space through clouds, but hey, you know what? We might descend through it earlier just to make sure we get underneath it. But it's pretty socked in right here, right now, so keep flying to Astoria for now. Go from there. You can't see anything, so there's a light out there in the distance. That looks to be a ship, though.
Kilo Oscar November Papa in traffic, Cessna November 3240 Sierra Papa, 5 miles north inbound ILS runway 16.
We are getting rocked around a little bit, so let's go 2,400-ish RPMs. Just get a little closer to maneuvering speed. And let's also change the background of the webcam. Let's go to nighttime. And with that, I instantly go to nighttime as soon as it wants to switch, that is. There you go. That is a cloud. We're about to head for that cloud. I'm heading to the right to deviate around it. I'm also going to try to get to a little bit more like maneuvering speed, which I believe is 104. That popped out of nowhere, and that's what we have to be careful. We're probably going to go into a cloud, honestly. So, it's alright. We'll try to stay out as many of as I can, but that would not be VFR, clear of the clouds. So we shall make it. This will happen. Alright, so let's bay. We didn't go by. We just didn't get to see it because of the overcast clouds. I said 50. I'll say 49 right now. Geez, everything's 1 minute faster on all the checkpoints. Next checkpoint is Kilo Papa Foxtrot Charlie, which is Pacific City Airport, and that will be north, alas, quite a bit. On the coast still, and see what goes on with that. But ooh, we're seeing some ground again. Let's look outside again.
Kilo Oscar November Papa in traffic, Cessna November 3240
You know what?
Papa, 3 miles north inbound ILS
I think I'm gonna head left to get underneath these clouds. So let's do that right now. Okay, I'm gonna do a cruising descent, so that way we definitely know we can make Astoria. And we'll go right through this break right here. That's my goal, at least. We will descend down to, let's see. It says Astoria is overcast at 5,000. Let's go 4,500 for now, and if we have to, we'll go a little bit lower. But we're gonna circle and get down below these clouds. That's what we're gonna do. That would be the safer option. Current METAR around here. Could be better. Up ahead, Tillamook Airport, Kilo Tango Mike Kilo saying overcast at 2,100, but no winds, so we shall see. Let's also trim down for 500 feet per minute and try to bust through that hole there. It's definitely going to be the safer option. the things that you kind of have to be cognizant of for a VFR pilot is knowing when you could punch through this to get through it. So, wow, beautiful picture of the moon right there, though, huh? Wow. All right, hang on. Deep left. I'm going to use a little left rudder. You see that I'm making my turn a little steep, so 45-degree turn here, right there. Maneuver you do have to learn as a private pilot, but we're gonna do that to descend a little quicker too. And pull the throttle out just a little bit more, just to get through these clouds, get through this hole. So.
Kilo Oscar November Papa, traffic Cessna November, tree 24 Sierra Papa, 1 miles north inbound ILS runway 16.
I think we're gonna have to go lower than 4,500, so. Okay, throttle out. I'm gonna slow that descent there. We're getting towards the cautionary area there in our airspeed. And now let's keep it a little look on the left here so I can get underneath these clouds a little bit more. Okay, I'd rather do that here rather than later, and then find out I have no place to go. So take advantage of it now. It's looking very clear. If I could just get through there, we're good. So I think we're gonna be okay. I mean, I'll go all the way down as far as 2,500, see what that's like. But all right, head straight ahead here, get under these clouds, and hopefully then we'll have a good view of the ground. Mixture a little richer. I'm only pushing that descent, huh? Jesus. All right, keep our turn here. Now in the real world, you'd probably be able to follow the real world radar more and it wouldn't be as bad. Because I did look at the weather before leaving, but we're going to be as safe as possible. Coming on 3,000, reaching the mixture again. And we'll see what we can do. Getting through here, so. Throttle's pretty much off. I mean, I got it like all the way out. And I'm not liking the smoke here, so let's do a 45-degree turn. Keep it descending. Decrease the descent a little bit. There we go. Well, I might have cheated very slightly, but we're getting down there, so. Alright, 2,500, we're going to kick some of this in there. Level out a little bit. And turn on course to the north. That is soupy. It's more visibility though than actually cloud cover. From what I'm seeing at least. Alright, let's go to 2,000. Heck, 2,500 is not going to count it. Check the GPS. Yeah, GPS shows that I said GPS. I don't even know what I'm saying in the English language anymore. But I don't know. That landing light seems to be reflecting, so we're going to turn that off for a second and see if we can. No. All right. How about the strobes? No. But it's definitely reflecting off the haze here. So I don't know if I like that. Keep descending to 2,000. Keep heading north. All right, so we're tempting the fates a little bit tonight, but we're gonna go with it. Mixture's all the way in. And we can still see the ground, which is good. So At this point, I'd be wanting to be over the ground, like I am. I'm on the coast still, but the ground is clearly in sight, which is good. And trimming down. Let's get to 2,000. Let's get along the coast here. It's gonna be okay still. If we were inland with some mountains, we'd have a bigger problem. So, and we'll adjust our checkpoint times as we get to Pacific City. So maybe a little bit longer than an hour 40 minutes tonight for a flight, but it's okay. Trim it up. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. All right, we'll pull it back the throttle a little bit. That was a little uncalled for. Cripe. A little strong there. Trimming up. Trimming up some more. Trim down. Kind of cool that the landing lights reflecting off the haze, but that is just haze out there. I don't think we're in a cloud per se, because you can still see around us. So, and if I turn the landing light off, which we really don't want to do, but we would if it would had adverse effects. I don't think it's a big adverse effect, because it seems like it's still going to be hazy no matter what. Alright, we're making our way north still, going towards Pacific City. It's just taking me a little time to get this thing trimmed out better. Not liking the visibility. We're over the Pacific a little bit. Main coast is over there. I'm also not liking the winds here. Jesus. It's pretty brutal. Trim out about 2,000. Okay, let's get an altimeter setting too, which won't be Pacific City. Let's get it from Tillamook 120.0. Alright, so with that, climb a little bit. That airspeed's a kicking, huh? 119 knot ground speed. Pacific Ocean black as ever. Coast over there is looking pretty good. Pacific City is going to be right off our right here, so we should see an airport coming off our right. Which doesn't have a beacon, so it's going to be hard to see. But it's out there. Around here. use the GPS for that checkpoint because there's no other way to see it, honestly. And we are coming up on that, though. We're right on track for Astoria. But they didn't look clearer out there than it does right here in front of us, at least. I mean, all I can think of is that reflection. I should also see the strobes still going doot off the haze, which I'm not seeing as much. So the landing light is on, so that's not reflecting off the haze as well. So that's cool. We are trimmed out at 2,000 though. We are on our way. At a ground speed of 121 knots right now, so we're making good time. The airport would have been right out here somewhere. I have a time of 1 hour and 3 minutes total flight time. I said it would take 58 minutes. Again, we had to descend through the clouds a little bit more, so not that bad still. Not that bad. Next checkpoint is Tillamook Airport, which should be right ahead of us on the right. It's more inland, and we should get there. Total flight time of 1 hour and 9, which means about 5 minutes away. Well, it's always exciting here on the West Coast, isn't it? Because these past couple flights have kept me on my toes as I fly these. That looks pitch black, so am I in a cloud now? I mean, can't really tell. Let's look outside again. The trim's not really steady. No, just couldn't see anything on there. Tillamook would be out distance out there somewhere. But we're making good time now. 126 knot ground speed. There are storms north of here, but maybe they made their way here already. I don't know. Have to see. I'm gonna try loading the weather on my tablet here. X-Rad. Yeah, it doesn't show any storms here. It doesn't show storms anywhere, honestly. So I don't know. Not sure. All right, we'll continue on. I wish this trim would just trim out the 2000 like I had it. Jesus. Is it that windy out here right now? So I was getting some emails from earlier today. I said to check them out. All right. Good. So we are 23 minutes out, about 23, 24 minutes out from Astoria. The visibility is hopefully going to get better. Went a little further inland to try to check out where our next checkpoint is, which is Tillamook. Tillamook Airport, Kilo Tango Mike Kilo, and haven't seen it yet, so a little worried about peaks here as we get over Tillamook, to 1,800 feet, but I think we're okay still. Other than that, we have nothing really to worry about as long as we stay near the coast. Or maybe not. Actually, up ahead we do have some peaks too. So we might have to climb a little bit. But we are underneath the main cloud layer, which matters. So let's go to 2,900. And the wind is definitely kicking our butt here a little bit. Hence why I'm trying to keep the RPMs down a little bit. And we'll just stick with it. And gonna load the RPMs again. Not liking that little speed increase there. It's a little turbulent here. Interesting. We are climbing. And it does seem to be getting a little clearer down here now, so that's good to see. Okay. Interesting. Well, again, sorry about the visuals being very clouded over. Kind of missed those flights where everything was clear, and again, I thought I would depart a half hour earlier than what I did, so I thought we'd have a little bit more sunlight. But we had problems with Restream, which lets me stream both to Twitch and YouTube at the same time. Figured that out half hour later, so I tried my best. Tillamook is off to our right. Let's take a look out there. You see any airport out there? Wait, there's little lights out there. What's that? No, that's my beacon. So not seeing it. Wait a minute, what's that? Oh, there it is out there. Alright, checkpoint time is around hour 9, hour 10. I think I said an hour 9, so we'll stick with that. There you go. Alright, next checkpoint, Nehalem Bay, if I pronounce that right, 3 Sierra 7, which should be airport that we will overfly, excuse me. Whew. There's also a couple towns around the lake there, so that would be a bigger checkpoint, but okay, a little bit more altitude. Ground speed of 119 knots with only 2,300 RPMs, 2,200 that's pretty good. Nice coast over there. It's getting very dark, so it's gonna be a lot of GPS use right now to keep us on track. So should be at Nehalem Bay in about 6 minutes. Oh, pardon me. But we had to get lower. We had to take our chance to get underneath the clouds ahead so that we had a chance at Astoria. And again, once we land and we do the whole flight, I might change it to daytime settings and go look for the Goonies house with the drone. So we'll have to see if we can find it. I already have it marked in Google Maps, but from what I'm reading online, the real life owner does not like people visiting there. So, in fact, it's right here. The airport's out here, and the Goonies house, the one where Mikey and stuff lived, is right here in Astoria. So, we'll fly the drone from there to there if I can, and take a look at it during daytime conditions to give us a very good look at it. But definitely beating this visibility thing. The wind is kicking our butt here and there, but we are on track. And we will continue and to remain track to Astoria. We are 20. Oop, I gotta reconnect my GPS module. Sometimes it does that, randomly disconnects, but it lets me know on the GPS that it did. Alright, there we go. We are about 19 minutes out from Astoria. So we will start getting ready for that. We can get a weather report there, 135.375. Again, if you're watching, you know, feel free to just kick back, relax, and watch. But if you want to chat, that's cool too. Just feel free to drop a chat, and I'll be sure to see it. So, Astoria, here we go.
Kilo Alpha Sierra Tango automated weather observation 0300 Zulu. Wind 183 at Niner. Visibility tree and heavy rain.
Dude.
Sky condition few clouds at 1,100 feet. Few clouds at 4,100 feet. Few clouds at 11,800 feet. Temperature 13 C dew point 10 C altimeter 294.
Well, that's gonna be interesting then. Yet another hard visual landing, which was not supposed to be like that at all. In fact, sky vector, what does it say right now? Few at 27, broken 32, overcast at 5, hence why it went down. Altimeter was 2997, they're saying 2994. Wrong way. Okay. They're saying visibility of 3, I got 7 on sky vector, so I don't know if that's true or not. Nope, still says 7 square miles visibility, so I knew it was going to be a little less than great visibility, but I didn't think it was going to be 3, so be a challenge getting in there, but we will challenge accepted. That's all I'm going to say. Alright, and the Halem Bay State Airport should be coming up ahead of us in a little bit. And again, 19 minutes out from Astoria, so our flight is almost complete tonight with real world weather and time according to the simulator. It's a little off, unless it changed that way in real life, but no, I'm still saying 7 square miles visibility. In fact, it says the visibility is supposed to go up, and then it's supposed to go down to 6 square miles. So it's not like it's supposed to be 3 at all right now. Maybe the rain's making it less, I don't know. It doesn't even say rain here, it just says absolutely nothing. Also says the winds will pick up to gusting to 21. So we'll play this one safe here. Just try our best. But the Halem Bay is coming up ahead. On the coast here. Definitely windy out there tonight, I'll give you that. But you can see that I'm keeping the RPMs down so that we don't overstress the plane and trying to keep it within maneuvering speed, so which is approximately 104. So we'll keep it hovering around there. How's that? I want to be below 3,000 though. So that trim is going nuts with those updrafts and downdrafts out there. But other than that, we're surviving, which I guess is better than not surviving. Okay, that airport should be up here somewhere, very close to us. That landing light's picking up some haze. There are no beacons at this airport, so that's why it's going to be hard to spot. But it's down there. It's paved. A little curve right here is going to tell me where that bay is, right before the airport. So It's just haze. It's not clouds. So, but again, very realistic with the light refracting off the haze. Gotta get under 3,000. Come on. This trim is way too sensitive. Way too sensitive. Boy, we get everything in the simulator. Haze, wildfire smoke, little of everything. So, we are very close to Astoria. Here's where we are. There's us. There's Astoria. So, check the sectional again because we are coming up. I'm going to head a little bit more to the coast because there is a peak up there that's at 3,076. Just near Arch Cape. And we're going to also call that time on the Halem Bay. There it says an hour 17. Yep, that's about right. Cannon Beach, which is what we're going to fly over. We're going to go over the coast to get away from that peak on the sectional. Don't want any controlled descents into terrain here. Oh, I just noticed my virtual wall is not working there. Let me see if I can reload that. And hopefully it will. Well, there you go. I don't know why it's doing that. That's weird. Alright, again, heading out to the coast a little bit more to avoid any of the tall peaks that would be ahead of us at 3,076 MSL. I'd rather be over the water to avoid those, so it's all good. Really bumpy ride up here, huh? Jeez. Gotta get some altitude here. Not ideal conditions for VFR. Ground speed of 117 knots. We're going to the lower elevation areas near the coast. Carb icing could be an issue, so we'll keep our eye on that. It's 52 degrees out, but there is a lot of visible mist, and that can go all the way up to 70 degrees Fahrenheit, so keep an eye on the RPMs here. Alright, we're definitely over the coast now, so we'll turn more north. After we get past those peaks, we should be good for Astoria. Not a fan of the visibility. But if we see rain and we're able to see the effects on it, I heard it's pretty cool on the simulator. I think I've seen it once since owning it, so that would be pretty cool to see at the same time. Visual of the highway there. You could literally follow that highway up the whole west coast to Astoria, so. But not the best weather to be flying in tonight. Okay, get another weather forecast just in case anything changed.
Kilo Alpha Sierra Tango automated weather observation 0300 Zulu. Wind 181 at automated weather observation 0300.
Okay, pattern altitude is going to be 1400. 183 at 9 means we will take runway. Guess 13, which I believe is a left pattern. Which is really where we're runway 14 now. So, yeah, the chart supplement, we will go with that. The plate that was in a VAR, we will not go with that. 14, which is a left-hand pattern. All right. So let's descend down here to, I'm sorry, 1,000 feet. It's 14 MSL here. So cruising descent down. We shall descend for 1,400 as we make our way to Astoria. Thank God for GPS. That's all I gotta say. Cannon Beach, our last checkpoint, is gonna be off to the right, which should be over there. Hour and 23, 24. I said 22, close enough. Astoria should be with us at 9 minutes, so keep an eye out just on the sectional now with the GPS. And call 10 miles out. This is Class E, so it is non-towered in real life. And we're clear of those peaks on our right, so I feel a lot better about that now. And there's the coast. That is Cannon Beach at night. Astoria should be out in the distance. Seaside Airport 56 Sierra was one that, again, I did as part of a Eric Flight viewer request on the flight simulator, but that was in prepared 4.5. But we're right in that territory, and that was a hard airport to spot even during the day, honestly. At least in prepared 4.5. So, but we'll be flying. Looks like we're going to be flying over that on our way to Astoria, and we're also going to traverse to the south of Astoria to get a left 45 downwind for only 14. So. Okay, if you've been watching this whole time, thanks for tuning in and staying with me here. It's always great to have new people and also old people alike, old subscribers and followers, but it'd be greatly appreciated if you like what you see, if you follow, push that follow button on Twitch, and also possibly going to Eric Flight on YouTube and pushing like and subscribe there as well, because it really does help me to get more attention to the videos and flights that I do, so I would appreciate that. But again, it comes with earning it, so that's all up to you. If you're already a subscriber or follower, though, I just want to say thank you, and it's great to have you on board still. And there is a special thing if you actually do follow or subscribe. It's loaded some new sounds in last night for the channel, so Seaside should be out here somewhere, so it does have a rotating beacon. But I don't know if we're going to see it or not. It is indeed quite bumpy out here tonight, so 2,000 feet, keep descending. We want to get to 1,000 feet to be in pattern altitude for Astoria. Look at that lighting though, huh? It's beautiful lighting. Oh, there it is, Seaside. Can actually see it better at night than I could in day in prepared version 4.5. That's a very short airfield though. It's only 1,200 feet long. But it was quite the adventure when I did that. And if you want to see that flight, I believe I did stream that. So you can go on the Eric Flight YouTube channel and you should say like Eric Flight subscriber request or something like that on it. You can check out that whole flight. It's about a good 3-hour flight though. But I did it for Jeff Bianchi out there. This is what Seaside looks like in the newest Microsoft Flight Simulator. So. trim down a little bit more. There you go, right there. All right, Astoria, we should be seeing that coming up. And take a look outside, but I don't see it yet. Okay, we shall call out on VATSIM though. Astoria traffic, Cessna Foxtrot, 12 miles to the south. We're transitioning to the east to set up a 45 for runway 14, Astoria. Got a good descent going on now, so that's good. Real fast though. Astoria would be out here somewhere, so just keep an eye out on our left there. See the airport, but they did say it was 3 square miles of visibility. Let's see if that changed at all.
Kilo Alpha Sierra Tango automated weather observation 0300 Zulu. Wind 184 at 10. Visibility tree in heavy rain.
There it is, out there.
Sky condition few clouds at 1,100 feet, few clouds at 4,000 feet, few clouds at 11,800 feet. Temperature 13 C dew point 10 C altimeter 299.5.
All right. Altimeter, I believe, is good still. Yep. All right. We're about to start going towards the airport more. I do want to be at 1,000 though. Again, Astoria looks to be right out there off our left side there. Trim it up just slightly as we make our way to 1,000 MSL. Yep. Alright, that runway that you're seeing right there is runway 26. But we are moving over to the left for a left 45 to runway 14. Alright, we're almost in Class E airspace here. Pattern altitude already, so looking really good. Like I said, we'll land and then we'll probably try to change the time to daytime and go check out the Goonies house with the drone from the airport. See what it looks like. There's 26. We're going to come in right in this way at an angle for a 45. Astoria traffic, Cessna Foxtrot, 7 miles to the southeast, intercepting the 45 for runway 14, Astoria. You can hear raindrops, I think. Give me a second, I'm gonna mute the music for a little bit. Pause it. Did you hear the raindrops on the plane? That's pretty realistic too. That's pretty cool. Can't really see the raindrops on the plane, but at least I can. I don't know if you can. I don't see anything. But 14 is on that side, so that's what we're heading towards. About 100 feet too low, so we're gonna trim up just slightly. Astoria traffic, Cessna Foxtrot, 5 miles out on the 45 for runway 14, Astoria. And we are in Class E airspace, which again is non-controlled, non-towered, I mean. But, looking pretty good here. Doesn't take much RPM tonight to go fast. Our ground speed's still 105 knots, even with only being at 2200 RPMs. Yeah. So left pattern to runway 14, and then we should be good. Probably look at what the airport parking situation is. There's only one apron actually. Yeah. So good. Take a left coming off of 14. I'm sorry, a right off of 14 onto the apron. So Astoria traffic, Cessna Foxtrot 2 miles out on the 45 for runway 14, Astoria. Okay, we'll turn downwind pretty soon. Clear on the left. Okay. Should be about halfway up the wing strut with that runway, so. Looks like we're going to be just about there, so that's a good placement right there for the runway. So remember, halfway up the wing strut if you want to know the appropriate distance. It's easier to see it on your left, though, than it is on the right. The right's a little more hard because of perspective. So, looking very good, though. Inching out just a little bit. We're a beam the end of the runway there. We will go to 1700 and do our thing. So 1700 RPMs, that is. Gotta turn it a little bit more. Okay, 1700, here we come. Back on the RPMs. Once we get under 110 knots, which we already are, 10 degrees of flaps, and angle down. Good. We're gonna turn base right about now-ish, really slow. Okay, I did hold off the drop in altitude because we were at 900 starting, so we're okay now though, and runway 14 is right over there, so. Usually I typically see this and go, okay, cool. I'm good on that. Winds 183 at 9. So they'll be coming from my left right now, which means we want a little bit more than 9 degrees, but we're good. Down to 1500 RPMs. 20 degrees of flaps, and turning final for runway 14. Visibility's pretty good down here, but we wanted to get down here so that way we were gonna be good enough. All in all, looks like it's gonna be a pretty good thing. I went a little wide there, but that's okay. I still have time to fix everything. We want to be about 70, 75, so we're looking good on speed. And altitude, we're not doing that bad on the Glasgow. Not that there's a PAP or anything out there, but just visually looking pretty good. That's always the hardest thing, is the peripheral vision in the flight simulator, so in real life it's a lot easier. Okay, full flaps, it's 30 degrees, and we'll slow down to 65, 60. Very good. These planes tend to float more than the real life, so. But the wind actually will be coming off from my right, which is why I went a little to the right here. Okay, we're out on throttle. We're just gonna glide right in. Hold this. You know what I'm saying about the floating though? There's a lot of floating there. Alright, that was a nice touchdown. Stop moving to the left, thank you. Okay, very good. Flaps up. Thank you. And the apron should be off to our right, so whenever we see a taxiway, we will take it. Which might be a little bit more down the runway, which is what's showing on the poorly drawn diagram on my elevator app. But we've made it to Astoria, everybody. Clouds and everything. Slow down. God, that is not lifelike at all. Alright, let's clear this. I'm going to go to the right and on the ramp there, so. Flaps up, strobes off. Oh, there you go. And we're on the apron. Astoria traffic, Cessna Echo Foxtrot, clear of runway 14, Astoria. Alright, checklist really fast before we do anything. I got most of it. Strobes off, flaps up, landing light I want to leave on, taxi I want to leave on, trim set for takeoff. Very good. Alright, we're ready to go park this thing. So here we go. And again, we are going to try to check out the Goonies house after this. So, you know, let me go to the rear of these airplanes, and then we'll swing around and park. I didn't see a marshaller like usual, so. Okay, we're going to park right over here to the left of this airplane. Alright, looking good, looking good, looking good, looking good. Oh, there's grass there because, again, I was looking that way and trying to line up with that aircraft, but we're good. We'll just park it here. I'll get the taxi. I'll get the the tow bar out after. How's that? Alright, flaps off, strobes off, yeah. Alright, ELT verify silent, avionics off. Radios go off. Alright, all lights go off. I'll leave the panel lights on for now. I'll turn off when I turn off everything else. Okay, mixture full lean. Yep, I really hate that they bring up the logbook every single time, but it did take us about an hour 36. Mags off, master off, beacon off, parking brake on. And why is that thing still on? I don't know, because I left it on over here. There we go. Alright, let's take a look outside with Astoria, everybody. That is Astoria, Oregon, and let's also push back. Alright, I do need a pushback here. I think I just lost my batteries in my headset. So, it's all good. Oh, there was a ground crew there. They just popped up when I pushed back. So, here we go. Alright, we will leave it there. Couldn't see him before, could we? Nope. Alright, stay there. And, yeah, but Astoria looks pretty good right now. And we'll call that the end of our flight. Let's see if we can change it to day from here. If not, we'll load it up again. No, we're good. Alright, so that is our goal, is to now go to 370 38th Street, Astoria, and find the Goonies house. So it's going to be interesting. Let's see if we can do that. First off, where's our plane? There we go. Alright. We are facing to the north, I believe. Yep. So we're kind of already in the direction we have to be. Let's go across the Youngs River to the other side. There we go. At least I think we're going the right way. There we go. So it's on this part of Astoria. You can still hear me, I hope, right? Yeah. Alright, good. The noise canceling qualities of my headset went. So I have rechargeable lithium-ion batteries in it, though, so that's pretty cool. Hey, look, it's a rainbow. Look at that. How sweet is that? There's a rainbow, everybody. That is the first rainbow I've seen in Microsoft Flight Simulator. since getting this. But we're going to go right along the coast. That's pretty nice looking, huh? This marina right here is there in real life. And then literally up, this is going to be a little hard to find, but up there, if you could slow down a little bit too, it'd help. Yep, I just ran the drone into the ground. Alright, if we're looking at the marina, there's a highway over there. Right? Boy, that's not easy. There's also supposed to be a restaurant or something off the pier there, but that's missing. So go up these roads. There's a road this way. It might be lost in the trees. We'll have to see. Alright. Well, I'll keep trying to... Wait, there's this bay right here. Where's that bay? There it is. Alright, so this is actually a little thing there. There's a restaurant out here in real life or something. Rogue Pier 39 Public House. Coming out from here. Gino's Pizza, which seems to be a visual for people visiting the Goonies house, is right there on the corner. Then we just go down, around, and it's actually right here. This is the Goonies house right there. This building, which doesn't look like it because they're using generic buildings, but that's where the Goonies house was when they filmed the Goonies. And again, the real life owner does not like people up there, so it is what it is, but that's the way it is. 1, 2, third house down. 1, 2, actually it's this, yeah, so it is that house right there. And the scientist kid, who I can't remember right now, is that Data or something like that? He was the next house over, I believe. Well, that kind of shows you where the Goonies house is. Oh, I meant to zoom out. Zoom out. And again, they're all the way over there. And the airport, if we just turn around, go this way, is right across over there where we actually landed in Astoria, Oregon. It's a pretty scenic area, right? I think it's pretty cool. And I'm pretty sure they did more filming around the area. But look at that. You got a rainbow still. That is cool. You didn't see that in previous simulators, did you? Nope. So anyways, thank you for joining along here on our flight to Astoria. We will continue these flights, but pretty soon we're going to start heading back east on the northern part of the United States. So that shows you that we're kind of basically 3/4 of the way through, if I remember right. So very good. And there's our plane right there. But thank you very much for joining. Remember to push that follow button on Twitch. And also go to Eric Flight on YouTube and push the subscribe and like button. It does help. We appreciate all our viewers. And I hope to see you real soon. So have a great, great night.